What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. As you guys know, Cbum sadly retired.
This is gonna be my last time up on the stage.
But he left a huge mark in the sport. He's the classic physique GOAT, got 6 Mr. Olympia titles, and everyone loves him. He put the stash on the map, 25 million gajillion followers on Instagram. But the question everyone's asking and everyone wants to know is who is going to replace Cbum as the next big name in classic physique. And I got someone in mind, and I bet you're never going to guess who it is. So let's get right into the video. Alright, so you're probably looking at me saying, Burly Boy, it's obviously Mike Sommerfeld. The scorecards, anyway, at last year's Olympia were 6 and 9. One judge thought Mike Sommerfeld was better than Cbum, so clearly he's in line for second place. And you know what? Next year, or not next year, but this upcoming Olympia, I think I got to agree with you. I do think Mike Sommerfeld is going to have a dominating victory here, but there is one man who I think the year after might be able to challenge him. And that one person is One Punch Naz on Instagram, or known as his real name, Niall Darwin. This guy is absolutely ridiculous. If we just look at him right here, if we just see, look at how freaking small this guy's waist is, and he only placed 11th at the 2024 Olympia. So you're probably thinking, well, if he only placed 11th, he's nowhere near the top spot right now. But he heighted in at 6'1", and he was not, which is just as tall as Cbum, and he was 9 pounds under his weight limit, which means if he can put on 9 pounds of muscle in the right spaces, this guy is going to be a huge threat to the title, because look at how small his waist is. It's literally, I mean, it looks like it's smaller than Chris Bumstead's. It's unbelievable. The muscle bellies, everything is on point. The only weakness, in my opinion, it's not really a weakness because it's still amazing. I mean, this guy doesn't have a freaking weakness, is maybe the back a little bit. I feel like his back could be a little bit bigger, but with 9 extra pounds of muscle, if this guy can put it on it, and I feel like he could be even a little bit leaner too. If you look at his quads, you can't really see the sartorius muscle that well. I'm not sure if that's just the way he's posing or whatnot, but he's not displaying that. So here he could be a little bit leaner too. So if he can dehydrate more and come in even leaner, he can put on even more muscle, and then I think this guy can beat Mike Sommerfeld. Mike Sommerfeld, honestly, right now, he looks more like a bodybuilder. He looks like a 212 competitor. He looks like him and Keon Pearson competing in the 212. Mike Sommerfeld, he just doesn't really look like a classic physique kind of guy. Yeah, he makes the weight cap and whatnot, but he doesn't really look classic to me. This guy, on the other hand, One Punch Naz, is the epitome of classic. This is him at the, what competition was this? I don't even remember. But look at him. I'm pretty sure he got 3rd in this competition. Look at him next to Ramon Dino. Obviously, Ramon Dino won, but look at the side. Look at the waist. I mean, he clearly has a smaller waist here, a better X-frame, wider shoulders. He just doesn't have as much size, and I feel he could be a little bit more conditioned. But if he can bring that, this guy's gonna, I'm telling you, this guy's gonna be a problem, because he has the best shape in the entire lineup. So I first heard about this guy when he competed at the Toronto Pro Show and then qualified for the Olympia, and it was lights out for him. It was just berserk. Even Keon Pearson here, classic should be shook right now. Killer physique, brother. Yeah, definitely. He made his debut at the Olympia, and he placed 11th. I mean, that is really, really good. If we just look at some updates from him, look at him here. I mean, just look at that. Like, that is classic. That is a classic physique. Now, personally for me, I feel he shouldn't even have to add more size to win classic. This is classic right here. This is clearly distinguished from bodybuilding, like the open class, in my opinion. The really tiny waist, great muscle bellies, amazing X frame. This is what classic physique should be. But as it stands right now, they still judge it almost the same way they do an open bodybuilding competition. And that's why Mike Sommerfeld, I believe, this year is going to come out on top. But if this guy can pack on that 9 pounds of muscle, get a little bit tighter, a little bit leaner, put on some size to his back, it's going to be a really tough battle. It's going to be really, really tough to beat this guy. I mean, look at this front lat spread. I mean, what is even happening here? His shoulders are... Look at the distance between... It looks like there's a freaking foot of distance between his waistline and his shoulders. It's freaking ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I have no idea how tiny his waist is and his transformation or whatnot. This was him in 2020. Look at the transformation he's made to the Olympia in 4 years. I mean, it's night and day. I mean, even him right here is unbelievable. This is superb development, muscle belt, like whatever. But this photo right here is just it's unreal. So I definitely see this guy as being a threat for the Olympia title. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Personally, I think we need to distinguish classic physique from open bodybuilding and men's physique from classic and whatever. Right now, they're too similar. We saw it when Cbum competed in the open class at the Prague Pro. Cbum should not be able to place second in an open bodybuilding competition because he's the classic physique champion. By definition, you should not be able to place well in an open show. Now, obviously, they were lower. It was a lower level show. It wasn't the Olympia. If he competed at the Olympia, he would obviously go down a little bit more. But I mean, look at Sean. He beat Sean Clarita at the Prague Pro. And Sean Clarita, I'm pretty sure he got 7th at the Arnold. So Cbum probably could have got like 7th or 6th at the Arnold in the Arnold Open. He shouldn't be able to do that because he's the classic physique champion. But as it stands right now, bodybuilding, they're judging it really similarly across all the categories and size wins. And that is why Mike Sommerfeld, I believe, is going to win this year. But if Niall Darwin can put on the necessary size he needs to improve those body parts, get a little bit leaner, I think he can slam the door, and I really do believe he can be the next Chris Bumstead. But personally, I really just hope they change the judging criteria, and they need to add another category with lighter weight caps and all this kind of stuff. But that's for another video. Let me know who you think is going to be the next Cbum in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your guys' opinions, but Niall Darwin, that's my guess, bro. He's just so aesthetic, and in my opinion, that is what classic physique should be. But if you guys have enjoyed, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new here, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.